Hey there. If you're thinking about buying a home, you may find yourself interested in the latest real estate headlines so that you can have a pulse on all of the things that could impact your decision. If that's the case, you've probably heard mention of investors and wondering how they're impacting the housing market right now. I will tell you when I go out to social events, I often have a lot of people come up to me and say, well, home prices are so expensive because all these investors are buying all the homes. And so I know that people have that on their mind. So let's break this down and look at exactly what's happening and how many homes Wall Street is actually buying. So there are two questions. One is how many homes do investors own, and then two, are institutional investors buying so many homes that the average person can't find one? So to answer those questions, we're going to look at the real story of what's happening based on the data. Let's start with establishing how many single family homes there are and what portion of those are rentals owned by investors. So, according to SFR Investor, which studies the single family rental market in the United States, there are 82 million single family homes in this country. So, how many of those 82 million homes are actually rentals? Well, according to the data shared in a recent post, there are 68 million of those homes are owner occupied, or 82.93, 83%, meaning the person who owns the home lives in it. So if you subtract that 68 million from the total number of single family homes of 82 million, that leaves just about 14 million homes that are left nationwide. So do institutional investors own all of those remaining 14 million homes? Not even close. So let's take it one step further and break it down into four categories of investors. So category number one, they're mom and pop investors who own between 1 and 9 single family homes on average. Then you have regional investors who own between 10 and 99 single family homes. And then smaller national investors who own between 100 to 1,000 single family homes. And then the institutional investor who owns over 1,000 homes. So these categories show that not all investors are large institutional investors. So let's break that down a little bit more. I've got this great chart for you. So who owns all the single family rentals? 80% are owned by mom and pop investors. And then you can see that the institutional investors, the big guys, they're taking about 3% of the rental market. And so again, 80% mom and pop investors. So as you can see in the chart, despite what the news and social media would have you believe, the purple shows that the vast majority are not owned by large investors. They're mostly owned by mom and pop. What's actually happening is there are people out there just like you who believe in home ownership, and they view buying a home as an investment or second home. Maybe they saw the opportunity to buy a second home over the last few years and to use it as a rental and generate additional income. Or maybe they just decided to keep their first house rather than sell it when they moved up. So don't believe everything you read or hear about institutional investors. They're not buying up all the homes. That's just not what the numbers show. They're a very small piece of the pie. So institutional investors are a player in the single family rental marketplace, but they're not buying up all the houses on the market. So if you have any questions, give me a call and we'll go over it for you. Thanks so much for watching.